sound is rolling. We're just waiting for speed here.
Is that seen on camera? So we have to explain it, which is okay if we do.
We have speed.
Okay, all right. You and Stephen King have a thing, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about you two?
Does
he know anybody like you, or what is that?
I don't know what it is, but I'm really glad to be able to have a shot at bringing the characters to the screen that he creates. There's nobody like him. He's unique.
I could never imagine anyone playing the part in Misery but you, and I could never imagine anybody else as Dolores Claiborne.
Oh. Well, he's supposed to see it next week, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he thinks about this. I hope he'll like it.
What about her really just kind of said, okay, I got to do that?
Everything about her. She's just a complex woman. She's had a hard life, but also the challenge of playing somebody at 55 and 35, that really attracted me, because it's such a challenge for an actor to make that believable. And I was lucky to have a director like Taylor. Taylor Hackford was very respectful of my desire to go as far as I could go in creating this difference between the ages and making it real and subtle. So it was a good experience for me.
Are there any parallels between this lady and the Misery character, other than the fact that King wrote it? Is the dialogue similar? It feels like it's in the same groove of quality. You know, that kind of, when you're into something, you know, you just know you get it right.
I don't know. It wasn't for me. It wasn't at all similar for me. And chiefly because I was working and trying, I guess because my focus was on so many different things for this character than they were for Annie. And I worked for a long time with a movement coach, for example, to get the spine right. I worked with my vocal coach to get the main accent right. The makeup and hair had to be exactly right. We had these two really gifted men, Luigi Ricchetti and Aldo Signoretti, who applied the wig and makeup every day. So because it was a different set of problems for me, it just didn't at all remotely remind me of Annie.
Do you know when you're doing something good and when you're not? Are you a good, you have that little bell that goes off in you when you know you're on the right course?
Yeah, I don't play the piano, although I have one and I've always wanted to play, and it reminds me of what it might be like to be able to play a Chopin sonata or, you know, just the little tinkery stuff, you know. When something is not well written, it's so simplistic that it's very shallow. You can't get down into it, and you don't feel submerged in it. You don't feel whole. There feels a falseness about it. With a piece like this that's so rich and complex, you can submerge yourself into it and find all kinds of things in it and in yourself that you never imagined were there.
It's a fun role to play?
Fun in that it was difficult and challenging. I wouldn't say it was fun, you know, but it was challenging, and that I enjoy.
Did you ever think back a while ago when you were doing The Love Boat that you'd be ever doing something like this? Does the road to fame go through The Love Boat?
Nah, there's a Chopin sonata.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, it was really fun to work with John Rubinstein on that piece, and it was a real learning experience. Oh God, that takes me back.
It's a long way from The Love Boat to Misery to Dolores Claiborne, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You ever think you'd make it?
Yes, I did. Quite frankly, I just didn't know the journey I would take.
You probably said, if I've got to do The Love Boat, I know I can make it. Nice seeing you again.
You too.
You make a great murderer, or would-be murderer.
Thank you. Oh.